Hey everybody, it's Danielle and welcome back to Rosetta Vera. So today I am going to be posting my February haul. Um, as always, it'll be posted in clips, which is what I've been doing the past couple of months. So I'm going to start with Micheals. I'm going to say that some of the footage may be out of order because I went to Micheals a little midway through the month. But we're going to start with Micheals. So I went in for February clearance and I picked up a couple of Valentine's Day items. Not a lot. There was a Valentine's tree I was looking at, but Valentine's was only marked 40% off, and I think it was only 40% off. Let me look at my receipt. I think they were only at 40% off. At the most, they were 60% off. And I still didn't want to pay $20 for a tree that was essentially a Christmas tree. So I didn't pick that up, but I may go back and look again if I go back into Micheals this week and see if I can find that tree again at a lower price. So the things that I did pick up, and I'm trying to check and see, what was it? Was it 40 or 60? I can't remember if it was 40 or 60, but I'll just tell you what I paid for stuff. So the first thing I have here is a little cookie cutter. So I'm going to use this for clay projects. I wish it was a little smaller, but of course it is a cookie cutter. But I figured I could use this for clay projects to get that outline. I'm trying to remember what I paid for this. If I can't find the prices really quickly, then I'll just insert them like I normally do, because I'm not seeing it right away. Yeah, I think it was 40% off. So I'll insert the prices of the items here because I'm not finding them on the receipt really quickly. But I picked up just this one cookie cutter, so I'll be using that for clay projects. And then I saw these two card kits. So one was alcohol ink, and you get everything to make 6 cards. So I do have a set of alcohol inks. I felt like this would be worth it to do some quick projects. So you get 6 cards, 6 envelopes, 6 mineral paper die cuts, 1 rub-on sheet, 1 popsicle stick, 2 inks, 15 gemstones, 1 foam dot sheet, and an instructions sheet. So the rub-ons are Happy Valentine's Day, but I don't have to use those. I could actually just put them in my collection of rub-ons, and I can do some other things with these cards. So these were, and I should be able to find this, these were $6. So yes, it was 60% off. So these were $6. So I felt like that wasn't a bad deal to get the envelopes that I will use in the alcohol inks, and they didn't look like they were dried out or turning. So that was this set. And then this other set was for 6 shaker cards. So you get the sequins and everything to make the shaker cards with it. So inside here you get 6 cards, 6 envelopes, 18 color papers, 6 heart frames, 6 foam frames, 6 acetate sheets, and 5 packs of sequins. This and confetti, and also get instructions. And I thought this would be something quick I could do just to make some quick cards for friends or for like love or things like that. So I picked this up, and this was also $6. So let's see, I have 2 more items I picked up that were Valentine's related. So of course they had candy molds on sale. So these were $2 on sale. So you have this love one, which I can use for resin, and then we have these little envelopes. Again, I'm going to use these for resin. So I've just been, I don't know where I got glitter on this. I don't think I've got any, I have anything in my bag with glitter, but there's glitter everywhere. I could use these with resin. I was thinking these would make nice little pendants. So I have to play with these and see how they play with resin. So that's why I got these two. So that is everything I picked up that was Valentine's Day related. Again, they didn't have a lot of stuff out, and a couple of the things that I purchased were not for me. They were actually for my great niece and nephew. So I've already packed those away, so I can't show you, but they were basically window clings that were in honor of Kindness Day, and there were a couple of little ornament kits again around Kindness Day. So there were, those things were still in Michaels for 60% off. So even though I didn't find a lot of Valentine's Day things, that doesn't mean I didn't find things on clearance. So hold on. So in the Michaels I went to, they had a lot of Christmas clearance for 90% off. So yes, it was February and they were doing Christmas clearance and they had quite a bit of things. So I got more candy molds. So I got these little decorated Christmas trees. And then I got another shape of Christmas trees with the bows on top versus the stars. And these were 40 cents, 50 cents, something like that. And then I also got these two candy molds with different light bulbs on them. So these have a little more decoration than these do. And again, like 40, 50 cents I paid. You can hear my crinkling receipt in the background. Yeah, they were like 59 and 49 cents. So why not pick them up? So I picked up these 4 molds. Again, these are going to be used for resin. I figured I can make little ornaments for the Christmas tree with these. I think that would be nice with resin because then when I put my lights on my tree, they'll kind of glow through these ornaments. So that's that. And then I saw this cookie cutter set. It's 12 pieces in it. Again, wow, these, I didn't notice that these were open on top. I guess I'm gonna have to count them and see if there's 12 in them in the package. These were $1.29, something like that. They're normally $13, so I paid like $1.30. So these are gonna be used for clay. I do have, I think, some Christmas tree shapes. I mean, not Christmas tree, Christmas shapes in my other cookie cutters, but it doesn't hurt to have more because they do get bent and put out of shape and things like that. So I picked up this set. Then I picked up this little tree stand. This was $1.49. And I figured this could go on the bookcase. They had these in different colors, but some of them were a little dirty as if they had come out of the back in storage. So I just picked one of the cleaner ones. It kind of goes with the colors in my living room. So I picked that up. They had wrapping paper on sale. This was 59 cents. Well, actually, it's not wrapping paper, it's textured paper. So I'm thinking it's probably like mulberry paper, which I love mulberry paper, and I don't think I have a lot anymore. I really like using mulberry paper with Mod Podge on wood projects. It just gives such a nice feel of like a fabric feel to things. And this kind of has that same textured feeling. I thought it was wrapping paper when I picked it up, and now that I realize it's texture paper, I may have to go find some more because this might play nice in my Cricut or my silhouette. So they did have a bunch of different colors that were pretty much green and red. That was what you had to choose from, but these were only 59 cents, so I picked up one roll, and this is about 2 feet. So that's that. And then the big thing that I picked up, you guys, if you've been following me a while, you may remember that I picked up some clear ornaments. The plan was to decorate them with my kid for our Christmas tree, but then I got sick and we never got around to it. I don't think I'll be able to open these. But I had picked up some of the smaller packs because even though, you know, you can be creative, they're not always cost efficient. So I had looked at these the last time I had gone to Micheals when they were about 50% off. And I was like, yeah, I don't really want to pay $13. Because this pack is $25, and I was like, I don't want to pay almost $13 for this. But they were 90% off, which means I just paid $2.40 for 25 bulbs. So since they were only $2.50 roughly for the rounds, I also picked up a set of the onion shape and a set of the dish shaped. So I'll try to insert a clip so you can see what the different shapes look like, because I'm sure all you're seeing is just clear plastic. But each container contains about 25 bulbs. There's 25 bulbs in the round and in the disc, and then there's 16 bulbs and the onion shape. So these are, you know, this is kind of going to be our fall project, to decorate these different ways so that they can go on our tree and we can make memories with the bulbs, along with the resin ornaments I'm going to make. So the last thing I picked up from Micheals was just some wax tarts. I have 2 wax burners in my house. I like to use them instead of candles sometimes, just because I like to burn candles, but sometimes I might not be thinking about it and I'll walk away and it's been burning all day. At least with the wax tart, I don't have to worry about an open flame, and I can usually get 2 burns off of them before I gotta move on. So these were on sale. I think they were $1.99 each. So these were kind of the spring scents. So I got honey pear, lemonade stand, and vanilla peach tea. And this was very timely because I was looking at my stack of wax tarts that I have out for warming, and they were all my fall scents. And I was kind of like, yeah, I'm not really in the mood for, you know, cinnamon spice apple right now, or hot cocoa. It's like I'm kind of ready to move on to the brighter scents. So I was happy to see some of these, especially like the lemonade and all of that. So that is everything I got from Micheals. So as I mentioned, I'm trying to clean up my workspace. So I went to Dollar Tree to try to find some storage solutions. So I came back with a couple of things. So the first thing I have here are some drawer organizers. As you know, everything at Dollar Tree is $1.25. So I picked up 5 of these. One of the problems I had, that when I went to Dollar Tree, I had an idea how many drawers I had between my 3 storage units, but I forgot to measure how tall they were. So I had kind of had to buy different shapes, and I just figured whatever didn't work out, I would just use in a different way, use for my makeup storage or for bathroom storage. But I picked up 5 of these. So these are 12 by 4.5 by 1.62 inches. So these I know will fit in the drawers without any problems. But I only picked up 5 because I know that some of the storage, the squares aren't big enough for what I want to do. So that's that. I also picked up these little square organizer baskets. These were 3 for $1.25. So I picked up 5 sets of them. These were like in a random box. I just happened to see one sitting outside of the box. So I grabbed all the ones in the gray color that I could find, because they also came in white, and they had some larger ones, but they didn't come in the gray color, and I really wanted everything to be either clear or black. So I got, like I said, 5 sets of these. And the same thing, I'm not sure how I'm going to use them, but I figured like this would, you know, I could be a little bit flexible because they're you know, smaller boxes, and I can kind of shape the arrangement the way I want, but I have to double check if they will fit in the drawers. So that's that. And then finally, I picked up these, I guess you could say they're cutlery organizers. I have picked up 15 of them. So basically I took all the black ones they had in the store. These were also $1.25 each. These I know are short enough to fit in the drawers, because I found the trays I used to have in my Helmer for my makeup storage a long time ago, and these were shorter than those. So these are the storage essentials. These are 11, what is that, 13.5 times 3.75 times 2 inch. What I like about these is that they have the rubber grip so they don't slide around. When I was using my Helmers for makeup storage, I actually lined them so that things didn't move around, and then I had these on top. But you don't need both. It's because there's grippy things on there, they won't move around. I figured if I use at least one of these in each drawer, that'll account for some of my longer storage. And like I said, I know these are short enough to fit into the drawers. I would have bought more, but I didn't want to get stuck on just one type of storage solution. I kind of wanted things to be a little flexible. Plus, the Dollar Tree I was at only had 15 of them in black. Might have been actually 16. I think I left one behind. I took the rest. Normally, I'm not a person who hoards everything that they have in stock. I'll leave some things, but it was taking me a while to find a storage solution that I was looking for. I actually went to Micheals before I went in Dollar Tree, and I found similar things, but they were much more expensive. And I was like, you know, if I had one or two drawers, I would be like, I'll buy the more expensive solution. But I'm like, I have 12 drawers between the two Helmers, and then another 4 drawers in my other cabinet. And I was like, I want to make this as cost efficient as possible. So these are the organizers I've bought so far, and that's just one part of what I'm doing. All right, continuing with my February haul. I've been looking at how to organize my workspaces better. I'm working on that video. It'll probably be much later because I don't think I'm gonna be done anytime soon. But I went to Dollar Tree looking for organizers. So while I was there, I also picked up a couple of things related to resin. So the first thing I got were these different kind of spatulas. So these are all silicone spatulas that I can use for mixing resin. So I think I've been using little wooden sticks, little tongue depressor, is that what they're called? Type sticks. So I said, let me just invest in some silicone, because then that way I'm not throwing things away. I could just peel off the resin once it hardens. So I picked up 3 of these. There's no real difference in them except shapes. They were all $1.25 because it was Dollar Tree. Then I also picked up this mixing bowl, and again for use with resin, because it is plastic. Even if I let the resin harden in here, I figure I can either peel it out or I can just leave it, versus I was using little plastic cups, like solo plastic cups, which meant that I couldn't make large batches of resin, and also was like wasting and using plastic. So I figured I would just invest in a mixing bowl just for resin. Again, this was $1.25. I'll probably go back and get some other ones, only because if I'm mixing with glitter, I may want to keep that separate from mixes that don't have glitter or embeds and things like that. So that's what this is for. Then another thing I like to buy at Dollar Tree are these smaller special collections of Crayola, which I was doing an order on Walmart and found out that they actually have bigger packs of these. So this is the Colors of Kindness and the Bold and Bright construction paper crowns. But Walmart had, I think, a 24 pack of both of these collections. Now, I still have to swatch out my Crayola caddy that I bought myself for Christmas and see if there's any overlap. But I wanted to pick these up because they're only $1.25. I know I've been saying I'm going to do like a Crayola swatch fest. I just haven't had time to do it. But these will be a part of that. The last thing I got from Dollar Tree was just this little removable hook. My thought at the time was I would put it on the wall next to one of my workspaces to hang my headphones. I really don't use my headphones that often, so I may not use it for that, but I'm trying to see if there's something else that I could use this for, like to hang tools and equipment. So that's what this is for. So the next thing I have is a little random thing. I just started a new job and I received a care package from the team. So one of the things that was in there were these Schneider ballpoint pens. I've never seen these before. So it had me a little curious. There's 8 pens in there, so I believe there are 8 different colors. I have never heard of this brand before, but the person who sent it to me, her husband is from Germany, and these are made in Germany. So maybe it's just a German brand. Yes, there are 8 different colors in here. So I figured I would swatch these out on the channel, see, you know, how they perform. They come with this little slider holder. I don't know how efficient that is. I guess it's a way like to keep them all together and keep them in your bag or something. This was a gift. I have one random item here from the Crayola store. I was picking up a Crayola kit for my grandniece and nephew, and these markers were on sale. I have been looking at them for a while. So these are the Crayola metallic markers. There are 8 markers in here. So we're gonna, again, swatch these out with all the Crayola stuff. Crayola actually has a couple of different types of metallic markers. I'm not sure what the differences are between them. This says it's a project. These are project markers designed for science posters and science fairs. So maybe they're a little more permanent. I don't believe they have the same tip as the broad lines. But we'll get into this on the channel and we'll see what they're about. Just a few quick things from Shein. I needed to buy a couple of phone cases because having a Note 9, a Note 20 is really hard to find cases, so I bought some from Shein. And then I bought this resin mixing, well, not mixing, pouring cup. Let me show you it. So what's different about this pouring cup is that you can put different colors, different mixes of resin in each slot and then kind of pour it and it'll come all together. You've probably seen the same thing with like acrylic pouring with those paint projects where people put the different colors of paint in a cup and then pour it and you get all these patterns. This is kind of a similar thing that you use for resin. You probably could use it for paint as well if you wanted to put different colors of paint in it. I picked it up because it wasn't too much and I figured it would be a handy thing to have around. And then, you ever buy something and you don't know why you bought it? You can't remember why you bought it? Yeah, I have these 2 plastic envelopes. I don't remember why I bought them. They'll get some use, but I'm like, when I got the first one that was mailed separately, I was like, why did I buy this? Like, it's too small for me to really do anything with it. And then when I got the second one, I was like, I still don't remember what I purchased these for. But, you know, I'll figure out some use for them. They're cute. I'm like, did I buy them for stickers? Did I think they were bigger? I don't remember. I really don't remember why I purchased these. But they're cute. They're cute, and I'll find a home for them in some way. Next, I have some items I picked up from Five Below. So one of the things I picked up was this mug. And it's so funny. I'm like, oh, that's really cute. I like the Rose Apothecary. That's cute. I can see putting a little plant in it, and because it's nice and wide. I can actually see using this as well, because I like mugs that are wide like this. And it wasn't until I got to the counter that I realized this from Schitt's Creek. And I used to watch that show, and I was like, yeah, it didn't connect for me. That's what Rose Apothecary was. But it's a nice size mug. The only thing I'll say, if you're looking for this in Five Below, quite a few of them, the print was off. It was like not done well. So like I had to look through a couple of them to find one where the print was correct. So just kind of keep that in mind if you go looking for this. I see microwave say, yeah, it does say Schitt's Creek on the bottom. Yeah, I didn't catch that until I got to the counter, and I was like, oh, that's right. That's from the show. So I picked that up. And then I picked up one of their sketchbooks. So I have two other sketchbooks from Five Below. I will say that the paper quality is not the greatest. But I was watching some videos on YouTube and came across a great idea for using these. So I know people have heard of junk journaling, where you kind of like just put random things together and then you kind of build out the pages. But I came across a channel, I'm like, I want to say JLB. This person was going through their journals for the year, and one of the journals they had, they called a garbage journal. And what was in it was like random, again, that random pieces of paper, but it was things that like caught their eye. And I was like, you know what? There are times I have saved like junk mail or magazine clippings because I liked the typography or I liked the image. And I was like, you know what? That would be a nice thing to do with these. Instead of using them for sketching, just using them to collect things in like a collage pattern that are things that just speak to me. So I have two large ones. One of them I'm going to use, I'm starting to use for my old Pusheen calendars where I like the images and I didn't really want to get rid of the calendar. So like I cut out the images and I'm going to start using those in there. And then I have another one that's a little bit smaller, and then I have this one that's just kind of like 8.5 by 11 that I just picked up. But I thought, like, you know, that'd be a nice way to use these, is for that kind of like, it doesn't look like it's art, but it kind of turns into art because it's things that speak to me. So I'm gonna put a link to that video below, because he had a lot of interesting journals, but that was the one that stood out to me, like how he was using it. And I was like, you know, that's really not a bad idea. And I've been wondering how to use these sketchbooks that don't have the greatest paper for actually like sketching or painting in it or anything like that. So that's what I bought this for. And then I picked up one LOL coloring and activity book from Five Below. So they tend to be very similar, because the girls are very similar. But again, I like the chibi look of the girls' faces. So, and they're like a quick color because the images are so large and there's not a lot of details. So I have a couple of these. I haven't gotten around to it, but I'm probably going to scan these so I can put them on better paper, and then I can kind of play with different mediums on the pictures. But I think these are really cute, and they're only like $1. So that's that. Um, I also took a trip to Dollar General this week, and I found this fanciful florals coloring book. There's not many images in here. It was $3, but I did like the floral images that I looked at. Paper isn't the greatest, but again, if you have a large enough scanner, you could always scan these and put them on better paper because paper is very thin. But I thought the floral images were really pretty. So I picked this up for $3. I mean, if there's 10 pages in here, I'd be shocked. It's really not that big. It doesn't say how many pages are in it, does it? No, but I doubt. I doubt there's more than, oh, it's 12 pages. Yeah, I didn't think it was that many pages in there. But the images were really pretty. Again, thinking about, do I want to scan these and put them on better paper? I don't know if I could do that at home. I have to look at my scanner to see if it is large enough to get these images on them. But I think if you're going Dollar General, it's worth picking up because the images are really pretty. If you like coloring florals, you would enjoy this. I didn't pick up much from Book Outlet this month. I think I didn't buy, did I? I don't think I bought anything last month. I can't remember. But I picked up another one of Camila D'Erico's manga coloring books. I believe this is the original book in the series. If you've been following me, you know that I have, I think, the mermaid book and the dragon book. I'm trying to look on my bookcase while I'm talking. Yeah, I have the mermaid and dragon book. This is the original coloring book she came out with. So there's some similarities to the other books, but the images are different. And again, it's that dreamy kind of anime look. These kind of images would be nice with watercolor or alcohol markers where you could really blend things. Definitely use pastels. Well, actually, you could go either way. You can go very pastel or you could go very dark and moody. I think it's how you want to approach the book. They are two-sided images, so I would definitely say test your medium before you start coloring. So test to see if they're going to bleed through. They're not super thick, but it's not super thick or thin. So I would definitely test your medium before working in here. So that's the first book. And then the second book I got is the Johanna Basford, Johanna's Christmas. This, I believe, came out last Christmas because I remember seeing this in the used bookstore, but they were selling it for current prices. And I was like, yeah, I'll just wait. So I had noticed this book when it first came out. Well, actually since 2016. It's interesting because I feel like I started seeing really hyped up last Christmas. So of course these are Christmas related images. If you've been following me a while, I said I really don't like to buy thematic stuff. But I have a couple of her books already and it's kind of like, let's just add to the collection of books. I really want Rooms of Wonder, but I'm trying to wait to get that because I think I have 4 other books. I have Lost Ocean, World of Flowers, 30 Days of Creativity, and then there's a drawing book I have. So this will be my 5th book by her. Rooms of Wonder just looks really, really interesting. Like, looks like you could get lost in the pages because there's so much detail. So that is the next one on my list that I'm really looking to buy. And then I thought I had Lost Jungle. Lost Jungle is another one I've been looking at, but Magical Jungle, that's it. And Enchanted Forest, I thought I had that too. See, now I gotta go back and look at my list. But this will probably be something I just pull out during the holidays because it's very, very Christmas heavy. So that's that from Book Outlet. So I bought a couple of books from Amazon. Originally I was going to buy a few more books than what I purchased, but we're in March now, which is my birthday month, so I'm probably going to buy more for my birthday, so I decided to hold off. Most of these books I bought when they were on a special sale, so the prices definitely have changed since I purchased them. So the first book is English Countryside from Coloring Book Cafe. So this book was available as a PDF and as a book. The physical book was a little bit cheaper, which is why I decided to get it. What I'll say about Coloring Book Cafe books, they could go either way. Like, out of the books that I have from them, it's like, I like maybe 60% of the books as far as like the quality of the images. So there's 50 scenes in here. Some of them to me are better executed than others. But I also know that sometimes when you color them, they look a little bit different. But I would just say keep that in mind. Sometimes the lines are a little light. And that's part of the reason that I do post flip throughs of books. Because sometimes you could look at the front image and look at the previews on the back. And you're like, okay, I want that. And then you get the book and it doesn't look the same. So that's why I try to do the flip throughs. This book I picked up on sale. The next book I picked up is from Ava Brown. This was also on a discounted price when I bought it. I'm not really into mushrooms, but I liked the initial images I was seeing online. I thought it would be a nice way to play with color because mushrooms are such a simple thing. But it feels like you can make them very fanciful because they are simpler images. So it could be a way to test color and blending and things like that. So that's why I picked this one up, and this is Mushrooms Volume 3. Next is another book from Coloring Book Cafe. Again, this was on like a temporary discounted price, and this is Country Town. And same caveat as the last book. Some of the pictures can be stronger than others. And I bought this one as a physical book versus the PDF because it was a little bit cheaper than the PDF. But that is Country Town. Then Primrose put out a new book, Delicious Doodles. I like the Primrose books because they're pretty simple and straightforward. So I don't think they market as an adult coloring book, but to me it can be for adults or kids because the images are very sweet. Looked like it was a double image there. Very sweet and simple. So that is Delicious Doodles. And then Demita Victoria put out a new book, which was Magical Sweetland. And also, this one was at a discounted price because it was new. So I picked up this book. And these are one-sided images. So the last thing I picked up from Amazon was a new marker case. So this was not the case I ordered. It is the size I ordered, but not the print I ordered. I ordered a similar case in white with florals, and by the time I realized that I had already taken all the packaging off, it was like I kept looking at it like it doesn't look exactly like I thought it would look. And then I went back and I was like, yeah, because I didn't order a black case. And then as I was digging into the listing on Amazon, even the pictures looked a little bit different. than what I was seeing here. This case is supposed to hold, I think, 384 pencils or markers. And I purchased the case because right now I have 2 cases that are full, and then I have the rest of my markers in random makeup cases that I've had, or like 1 pencil case and then like a old Barbie case and 2 makeup cases. And I was like, let me just buy something else to organize things. I'm going to keep the case only because the darker color actually just blends in better with my storage solutions. So I'm going to keep the case. But yeah, like this wasn't exactly what I thought I was ordering. Like the pictures don't really match what I got. And I am concerned that the zipper may break at some moment because it's not, like, to me, it's not the greatest zipper. So I just have to keep an eye on it. And it comes with a little carrying strap as well. So that was the last thing I got from Amazon. So the very last thing in my February haul is this book, coloring book called I Love My Hair. It's by Andrea Pippins. This is not my first time buying this book. I actually bought this book for my daughter a number of years ago, like I think like when the book first came out. And let's see, when did it come out? 2015. So I bought this book for my daughter when it first came out. And always said I would get a copy for myself. I actually really like Andrea Pippins. I have one of her prints from when she was finishing her master's degree program and she had to do a thesis, and she was selling these prints. I have it on my wall. I don't even think you can get those prints anymore. So I actually love her work. So when I was trying to buy this book on Amazon, it was like ridiculously priced. And also hard to find. So I got one of my mail alerts and it said it was available on eBay. So I purchased it from a seller on eBay. I will say the book is new, but the pages seem a little yellowed, so I'm not really sure where it was stored. And I can't guarantee that the book would look any different if I bought it from Amazon, since it seems to be hard to find the book. I had to look at my daughter's book to see if there is a big difference in the pages, because I'm like, I don't remember the pages being so off-white. You know what? Let me go check right now. Let me see if I can grab her book. So this is my daughter's book. This is the book I just got in the mail. So there's a slight difference in the pages and the colors. Like, I think this book was stored somewhere. Like, I think it's really obvious there. It was probably stored somewhere where it was left out in the elements a little bit more. So the pages have changed color. Let's see if I can find the same page. Is that it? Yeah. So there's definitely a difference in the white of the page. So someone could have like just found this in a thrift store, and that's why it looks a little dusty. Because I didn't even notice the foil on my copy until I got her copy, and you can see the foil very, very clearly. But they are the same book. I think my book has just kind of been out a little bit. So that's it for my February 2023 haul. I don't really know what I'm purchasing for March just yet. The last couple of times I've gone to the store, I haven't picked up much unless it was on clearance, because I've just been like, you know, I've got a lot of stuff to play with. I do have some other orders coming in. I did order a couple of subscription services, and ordered a couple of free stickers from some places. But those will be in separate videos. So like as I'm heading into March, I think I'm more so thinking about what are the bigger things that I'd like to buy, versus the smaller things. So I guess my question to you, is there anything out there that I should be putting on my wish list? This is a big birthday for me coming up. It is number 50. So I'm trying to think about how I want to treat myself. I treat myself on every birthday, but especially as for my 50th birthday, I'm trying to think about what it is that I want that may be different than what I normally buy. So I'm getting to rambling, and I said anytime I start rambling, it's time to end the video. But as always, thank you for spending time with me. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.